when HOA Karen humiliated the soldier's wife in front of everyone, but she had no idea who was coming the next day. Oakwood Heights was considered a peaceful neighborhood. Everyone was busy in their own lives, but the truth was that peace was only a show. Behind that peace was the fear of one woman, and that woman's name was Karen was the vice president of the HOA. She used her small position as if she was the ruler of the whole city. If the grass in someone's lawn grew too much, notice. If a car stayed parked outside someone's house for too long, fine. And if anyone dared to speak against her, humiliating them in front of the whole neighborhood was her weapon. In the same neighborhood lived a soldier's wife. Her husband was away on duty, and she was trying to live peacefully in her small house. But Karen hated peace. She kept knocking on her door, giving notices for small excuses and provoking the rest of the neighborhood against her. At first, the wife stayed silent. She thought maybe Karen's heart would cool down. But silence only fueled Karen's arrogance. Now she had started humiliating her in front of everyone. Time passed and Karen's actions increased. One day she pointed at the soldier's wife's lawn. "This grass is too much, you are breaking the rules," she said loudly. The wife replied in a soft tone, "I have tried, but my husband is on duty. When he comes back, everything will be fine." Karen laughed loudly. "Oh, so now your husband will also take care of the lawn? Soldier or someone else, here the HOA rules apply, understood?" The people of the neighborhood were watching all this. Some people got scared and stayed silent, but some showed sympathy through their eyes. But no one dared to speak in front of Karen. Days kept passing. Every other day there was a new notice, a new complaint. Sometimes an objection on the size of the mailbox, sometimes on the car parked in the driveway. Finally, one evening, an HOA meeting was called. Karen started humiliating the soldier's wife in front of everyone. "This woman does not follow the rules. If she wants to live here, she will have to accept our ways." For the first time, the wife gathered courage and replied, "My husband is coming back tomorrow. He will see everything himself." Hearing this, Karen started laughing loudly. So you think some soldier will come here and order me? This is a neighborhood, not a battlefield. Here I make the decisions." The gathering became silent. Some people looked down at the ground in shame. A strange kind of tension had spread in the air. That HOA meeting ended, but after that, a strange silence spread in the neighborhood. Everyone knew that Karen had crossed the line, but there was no one to speak. The soldier's wife was sitting on her porch in the evening. Tiredness on her face and tears in her eyes. Suddenly, two women, who were old residents of the neighborhood, came and sat with her. "We are with you, but we don't have the courage to fight, Karen," they said softly. The wife gave a slight smile. "After tomorrow, everything will change." The next morning, there was whispering all over the neighborhood. Everyone was talking about one thing. The soldier is coming back. Some people were excited, some were scared. Karen stood in front of her house laughing. "This is all drama," she said loudly. "What will one soldier do here? This neighborhood is mine." At noon, when people were peeking from their windows, suddenly a big vehicle stopped. The door of the vehicle opened, and a tall, strong man in a soldier's uniform stepped out. Silence spread through the whole neighborhood. All eyes were fixed on one place. Karen's face turned pale, but still she stood with a forced smile. The soldier went straight to his wife, put his hand on her shoulder, and then slowly started walking towards the HOA community hall. The breaths of the neighbors stopped. Everyone knew that now something big was about to happen. The community hall was full. People were whispering. Everyone wanted to know what would happen now. The door slammed open. The soldier entered in full uniform. His presence alone silenced the whole hall. He stopped right in front of Karen. His voice was calm but firm. "I risked my life for my country. And you are humiliating my wife?" Karen, with a fake smile, said, "This soldier attitude will not work here. This is not a battlefield, this is a neighborhood." The soldier took one step forward. "Yes, this is a neighborhood, but you turned it into a battlefield." The neighbors started looking at each other. Some clapped softly, but then immediately stopped as if they were scared. Karen steadied herself and said, "HOA rules are equal for everyone. Your family is not special." The soldier took out a small folder from his pocket. "This is my service record. I spent years away from my family to protect everyone."
"And you say my family is not special?"
There was silence in the hall. Karen's arrogance began to fade. Her words started to falter. The soldier said one last time, "My wife is not alone. She has the same right in this neighborhood as you do. And if you don't like it, then you will be the one to leave." Hearing this, people clapped loudly. Karen's face turned red. For the first time, she really looked cornered. Karen could not tolerate the clapping anymore. She angrily closed her files and shouted, "You are all blind! This soldier is manipulating you." But no answer came. The whole hall had turned against her. Another member of the HOA stood up and said, "Enough, Karen, you have crossed the line. We will not let this community run on your personal rules." The soldier stood silently, but there was peace in his eyes. It was the first time the neighborhood stood with his family. The very next day, in a special HOA meeting, the decision was made. Karen was removed from her position. All her fake fines were canceled, and the soldier's wife was included in the neighborhood security committee. Karen's face fell in front of everyone. She, who always put others down, had now fallen down herself. The soldier held his wife's hand and said with a smile, "This house is truly ours now." The camera slowly zooms out. Light spreads over the neighborhood and the narration ends. And Karen? She was left alone with her failure.